thanks for joining me for another episode of It Happened in Coppell, the show devoted to Coppell history and Coppell stories. Just a slight detour before I share the Coppell story, kind of explain the reason that this story first appealed to me. It reminded me of something that happened when I was younger. It was a story that I happened across, and it brought back this memory. Now, when I was really young, I lived in Washington State. That's where my grandparents lived, and their next-door neighbor had raspberries growing in their yard. And I remember once sneaking over into their yard with my friends, and we ate a ton of the raspberries. My grandmother found out and told us that we had to go tell them what we had done because it wasn't right that we had taken them. So this story reminded me of that, and it's actually about a longtime Coppell resident named Burrell Howell. Burrell Howell was born in 1839 in Kentucky, moved to the North Texas area as a young boy. He ended up being one of the founding members of Coppell's Methodist Church, and he lived until 1929. He fought in the Civil War, and the story was actually a recollection by a woman named Mildred Cherry, who was a young girl in Burrell Howell's later years. That's when she met him, and it's about her and her friend Ruth. And apparently one day they wandered over to Burrell Howell's land and went down to the watermelon patch that he had in his backyard, which backed up to a creek in Coppell. And they went in and they took some of his watermelons. They stole them, broke them open, sat down, and ate them there on the ground. And then the next day, Mildred said that she started remembering a sermon that she had basically been told by her own grandmother, and she felt so guilty that she and Ruth went back to Burrell's house, knocked on his front door, and confessed the whole thing, expecting the worst after admitting that they had stolen his watermelons. And Burrell, who was a very, very old man at this time, just kind of looked at them kindly and said, "That's all right, honey." And again, he lived until 1929. I've been fascinated with his story ever since I learned it. This man who was a soldier who fought in the Confederate War later really just became a pillar of the community. He was known for bringing flowers to the church. They even say that when he died holding a bouquet of flowers. And so for August 31st, that's how it happened in Coppell.